Welcome to the Triple E Show. Today we go on an exploration of Africa's economic tapestry, where the trajectories of nations are shaped by a diverse array of factors. From the inspiring successes of Rwanda, Botswana, Ethiopia, Ghana, and Mauritius, to the complex challenges faced by Zimbabwe, Venezuela, South Sudan, Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, and Burundi. In this video, we unveil the dynamics of economic development between the top 5 best-performing African countries, and common issues challenging those near the end of the performance chart. Governance, strategic investments, political stability, and regional integration emerge as critical drivers of success. Join us as we uncover specific projects and initiatives propelling growth, revealing invaluable lessons learned, and outlining the path forward for Africa's evolving economies. Gain insights into the intricacies behind the statistics, and explore the complexities of development within the African context. Did you know that Africa comprises 54 recognized countries? Now, let's delve into the stories of 5 top-performing African countries to understand what drove their success and examine the factors that may be impeding progress for the bottom performers. You'll be surprised who's in the 5th position. It's a country that has suffered many conflicts and political instability. Number 1. Seychelles, $21,875 per capita. Seychelles' success demonstrates how strategic investments in tourism, blue economy initiatives, economic diversification, good governance, and environmental conservation drive sustainable economic growth and development. 1. Tourism development. Seychelles has strategically developed its tourism sector, focusing on high-end tourism experiences. Notable projects include the development of luxury resorts like Four Seasons Resort Seychelles, Constance Ophelia, and Six Senses Zil Passion, attracting affluent travelers seeking pristine beaches and unique ecological experiences. 2. Blue economy initiatives. Seychelles is a pioneer in the blue economy, leveraging its marine resources sustainably. The Seychelles Fishing Authority, SFA, oversees fisheries management and initiatives like aquaculture projects and sustainable fishing practices to preserve marine biodiversity. 3. Economic diversification. Seychelles has diversified its economy beyond tourism and fisheries. The Seychelles International Financial Services Authority, SIFSA, promotes financial services, while the Information and Communications Technology Agency, ICTA, supports digital innovation and technology-driven growth. 4. Good governance and political stability. Seychelles maintains political stability and effective governance, crucial for economic development. The country's transparent policies and regulatory frameworks attract foreign investment and support private sector growth. 5. Environmental conservation. Seychelles prioritizes environmental conservation through initiatives like the Seychelles Conservation and Climate Adaptation Trust, SEICAT. Conservation projects protect the unique biodiversity of Seychelles Islands, enhancing their appeal as sustainable tourism destinations. Number 2. Mauritius, with a GDP of $12,900 per capita. Mauritius has one of the most successful and competitive economies in Africa. Here's what they did right. 1. Economic diversification. Mauritius International Financial Center, or IFC. Mauritius has developed its IFC to attract foreign investment, promote financial services, and position itself as a regional financial hub in Africa. 2. Strong institutions and governance. Independent Commission Against Corruption, ICAC. The ICAC in Mauritius is an independent body dedicated to combating corruption and promoting transparency, enhancing governance and investor confidence. 3. Investments in education and human capital. Tertiary Education Sector Reform Project, TESREP. This project focuses on enhancing the quality and relevance of tertiary education in Mauritius to meet the demands of a knowledge-based economy. 4. Infrastructure development. Metro Express Project. The Metro Express is a light rail transit system connecting key urban centers in Mauritius, improving public transport, reducing traffic congestion, and supporting economic activities. 5. Promotion of tourism and hospitality. Integrated Resort Scheme, IRS, and Real Estate Scheme, RES. These schemes encourage investment in luxury tourism and real estate projects, attracting high-end tourists and boosting the hospitality sector. 6. Promotion of Information and Communication Technology, ICT. Mauritius Smart City Project. The Smart City Project aims to develop technologically advanced urban centers, leveraging ICT infrastructure to enhance efficiency, sustainability, and quality of life. 7. Regional and international trade agreements. African Continental Free Trade Area, FCFTA. Mauritius is a signatory to the FCFTA, facilitating regional trade and economic integration with other African countries. Number 3, Gabon with $9,300 per capita. Gabon's economic success has been boosted by several strategic projects and initiatives aimed at diversifying its economy and promoting sustainable development. Here are some key projects that have contributed to Gabon's economic growth. 1. Gabon Special Economic Zone, GSEZ. The Gabon Special Economic Zone is a flagship project aimed at attracting foreign investment and fostering industrialization. It offers incentives for businesses to establish operations in designated zones, promoting job creation and economic diversification. 2. Port Gentil Refinery Modernization. Gabon has invested in modernizing the Port Gentil refinery to enhance its capacity and efficiency in processing petroleum products. This project supports the country's oil and gas sector, a key driver of Gabon's economy. 3. Gabon Wood Industry Program, GWI. The Gabon Wood Industry Program focuses on value addition and export promotion in the timber sector. It encourages sustainable forestry practices and supports local processing of timber products for export markets. 4. Infrastructure development. Gabon has prioritized infrastructure development, including road construction, port expansions, and telecommunications upgrades. These investments improve connectivity, facilitate trade, and attract private sector investment. 5. Gabon Emergent Strategic Plan, GESP. The Gabon Emergent Strategic Plan is a national development strategy aimed at promoting economic diversification, private sector growth, and human capital development. It emphasizes sectors such as agriculture, tourism, and renewable energy to reduce dependence on oil revenues. 6. Gabon Olam Palm Oil Project. This partnership between Gabon and Olam International aims to develop large-scale palm oil plantations and processing facilities. It contributes to agricultural development, rural employment, and export earnings. Number 4. Botswana, $7,875 per capita. A country of slightly over 2.3 million people, Botswana is one of the most sparsely populated countries in the world. Now, let's uncover their winning strategies. 1. Prudent diamond resource management. Diamond beneficiation strategy. Botswana implemented policies to add value to its diamond production, including diamond cutting and polishing facilities, to maximize revenue and employment from this key sector. 2. Political stability and good governance. Transparency and accountability measures. Botswana's strong governance is reflected in institutions like the Directorate on Corruption and Economic Crime, DCC, which combats corruption and ensures accountability in public affairs. 3. Pro-business policies. Special Economic Zones, SEZs. Botswana established SEZs to attract foreign investment, offering tax incentives and streamlined regulations to promote industrialization and economic diversification. 4. Investments in infrastructure. Kazungula Bridge Project. This infrastructure project connecting Botswana with Zambia over the Zambezi River enhances regional connectivity and trade, boosting economic activities and facilitating the movement of goods. 5. Education and human capital development. Tertiary education financing. Botswana invests in tertiary education through financing schemes and scholarships, ensuring a skilled workforce for economic sectors beyond mining. 6. Regional integration. Southern African Development Community, SADC. Membership. Botswana's active role in SADC promotes regional cooperation, trade, and economic integration, contributing to stability and shared prosperity in the region. Number 5. Libya. With almost $7,000 per capita, Libya has faced significant challenges due to political instability and conflict in recent years, which have impacted its economic development. Here's an overview of Libya and some of its historical economic aspects. 1. Oil industry dominance. Libya's economy has historically been heavily reliant on its oil industry. The country possesses significant oil reserves and has focused on oil extraction and exportation as a major source of revenue. 2. Infrastructure development. Libya invested in infrastructure projects, including roads, ports, and telecommunications, to support economic activities and facilitate trade. 3. State subsidies and welfare programs. Under the rule of Muammar Gaddafi, Libya implemented state subsidies and welfare programs using oil revenues to provide subsidized goods and services to its population. 4. Impact of political instability. Since the Arab Spring uprising in 2011 and subsequent civil conflict, Libya has faced political instability and security challenges. disrupting economic activities and impacting infrastructure and services. 5. Potential for economic diversification. Despite its oil-dominated economy, Libya has the potential to diversify into other sectors such as agriculture, tourism, and renewable energy development. It is amazing how Libya was able to get into the top 5 with its challenges in security and political stability. Now, moving from the success stories to the other side of the spectrum, let's shift our attention to the bottom few African nations, where there are ongoing challenges that pose obstacles to economic growth and development. Common problems faced by the bottom-performing African countries include political instability, economic mismanagement, conflict, weak infrastructure, limited access to services, and corruption. Addressing these issues will require comprehensive reforms, effective governance, and international support to foster stability and promote economic recovery. Let's examine which countries are facing specific challenges or issues. 1. Political instability and governance challenges. Zimbabwe. Political instability under the leadership of Robert Mugabe led to economic mismanagement, corruption, and human rights abuses. Venezuela. Political turmoil and authoritarian rule under President Nicolas Maduro have contributed to economic collapse, hyperinflation, and social unrest. South Sudan. Internal conflicts, ethnic tensions, and weak governance have resulted in political instability and hindered development efforts since gaining independence. Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC. Persistent political instability, corruption, and armed conflicts have undermined governance and economic progress, particularly in conflict-affected regions like the eastern part of the country. Burundi. Ethnic tensions, political repression, and governance challenges have led to instability and hindered economic development, exacerbated by the aftermath of past genocidal violence. 2. Economic mismanagement and hyperinflation. Zimbabwe. Severe economic mismanagement, including reckless printing of money and land seizures, resulted in hyperinflation and economic decline. Venezuela. Mismanagement of oil revenues, currency devaluation, and unsustainable economic policies have led to hyperinflation and economic collapse. 3. Conflict and humanitarian crises. South Sudan. Ongoing conflicts, displacement of populations, and humanitarian crises have disrupted economic activities and development efforts. DRC. Persistent armed conflicts, resource exploitation, and displacement of communities have perpetuated instability and hindered economic progress. 4. Weak infrastructure and limited access to services. Burundi. Limited infrastructure development and access to basic services such as healthcare and education contribute to socioeconomic challenges and slow development progress. Venezuela. Decline in infrastructure, maintenance, and public services due to economic collapse has led to shortages of essential goods and services. 5. Corruption and lack of accountability. Zimbabwe. Widespread corruption, particularly within government institutions, has undermined economic governance and eroded public trust. Venezuela. Rampant corruption, including embezzlement of public funds, has exacerbated economic challenges and hindered recovery efforts. In conclusion, Africa's economic landscape is characterized by a diverse range of successes and challenges. While countries like Mauritius and Botswana have demonstrated sustained growth through effective governance and strategic investments, others, such as Libya, face significant hurdles due to conflict and instability. The stories of these nations underscore the importance of political stability, good governance, and diversified economic strategies in fostering sustainable development across the continent. As Africa continues to evolve, addressing these challenges and building on successes will be essential for realizing its full economic potential and improving the well-being of its people. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey. Together, let's continue to champion Africa's economic growth and transformation. If you found the video informative, please leave a like. It'll cost you nothing, and give me the assurance we're progressing in the right direction. Remember to subscribe and to be informed of future episodes by clicking the bell icon. See you in the next chapter.